Hello and welcome back to another weapon demo. I really shouldn't be doing this because I'm afraid some of you might go and try this online with other people. But I actually want to do a little bit of some stylish bombing. Now, stylish bombing is a type of way of playing the sword and shield in which you place bombs a lot and you hit them and you evade so that you don't get hit, and you can just keep placing bombs over and over again. Now, I don't do a very good job here, but I think you guys will get the basics. So I have Evade +2, Trap Master, which is fast setting and Bombardier, and I also have Home Blade. And you definitely want to be eating for Philo Pyro so that all your normal bombs become large plus bombs. So anyways, it was kind of nice to finally get the drop on him. I had been trying this with some other weapons and just always missed. So I was really happy I was able to do it. Now with the sword and shield, what you generally want to be doing is going for the legs. Now Zinogre's front legs are actually pretty strong, so I'm trying to go for the hind legs. This is a strategy that you'll do either solo or online as well, because it eventually will trip the monster, and that will give you and other players a lot of chance to do big damage. You'd be surprised on how often you can trip monsters using the sword and shield. It's actually quite effective. It's a piece of advice for you guys if you're doing this. Set up your bottom screen so that you have item combination. You can actually set it up so you just have bombs on the screen and just leave it there. Anytime you run out of bombs, all you have to do is tap the screen and boom, insta bombs. It's a cool trick. Anyway, I wasn't doing pure stylish bombing, and I wasn't doing a very good job either, but I was just having a lot of fun. And that of course is the core of what this game is. So if you notice, if you hit a bomb and then you evade just a second afterwards, you'll actually be able to avoid the explosion and continue on your assault, which is why they call it stylish bombing, because you look pretty cool doing it, unless you're me, and then you look like you're just winging it. I've been playing really bad recently, like to the point where I thought I would just stop the weapon demos, but I figured that the core concept of these videos is not to play really good. It's not to be a speed run. It's not meant to be perfect at all. It's just meant to show a demonstration of the weapon being used. So if you haven't played the weapon before, you might be interested in trying it out. So anyway, the cool thing about Sword and Shield is that you can use items with your weapon out, and that's huge. I mean, if a Rathalos takes to the sky, you can just throw a flashbang, boom, and knock him out, and continue your attack right there and then. You can drink potions really easily, you can set traps, you can set bombs, you can do all sorts of stuff. So the sword and shield is still the only weapon in the game that can do this, so exploiting it is always a good idea. It also hits a lot, just like dual blades, so you're going to want to, using elemental weapons is actually really good if you're using the right element and you're hitting the right body part. The reason why they say that element is a little bit better on sword and shield than perhaps dual blades is that although it hits for less, you do have a little bit more control over your hunter and where you hit, where the dual blades has you either flying around a little bit or it has you committing to one spot for a longer period of time. Sword and shield is actually an incredibly powerful, I would say pro grade weapon, so because they start you out with it, I think people get the misconception that it's a beginner weapon, but it's definitely not. And because you do hit often, if you start hitting in the wrong places, you'll notice that your hunt times are much longer. Sword and Shield also has some of the coolest mounting attacks. You can do an X+A charge up a hill or even down a ledge to do a jump attack, so I actually find it incredibly versatile and fun. I just decided to just goof around here with more bombs. It's just fun. That's why they call it stylish bombing. So yeah, you should probably sharpen up, especially with the Teostra sword and shield, which I like. It has nice purple, but once you're out, like, it just goes to shit from there. Evade skills are really good on sword and shield. Because of the nature, you're always next to a monster, so being able to evade a quick attack and not getting hit is really big. And it's just a thing. I actually find that I can play just fine with Evade +1, because the sword and shield, you have so much freedom between your attacks that it's generally not an issue. But evade +2 will make a world of a difference if you're having a hard time doing stuff like that, which is rolling through roars and all sorts of other fun stuff. So Zinogre's limping away, so it looks like our thing has come to an end. I timed it really bad again. I should have just let him fall asleep and then place bombs and blow him up and kill him right there in the spot, because remember, if the monster's sleeping, the first hit, if it's a bomb, does 3 times damage. If it's an attack, it does 2 times damage. So if you place a large barrel bomb plus, you're going to be doing some big damage. And it only works in the first barrel bomb, not the consecutive ones. So just remember that. I was a little disappointed that I didn't kill him right there and then with that hit, and he stole my glory finish by whacking me a few times, catching me off guard. It's nice to see him try. And there you have it, folks. So Sword and Shield is really fun. I showed you stylish bombing this time, but you can probably get a good idea of what it's like without bombing. So go ahead and give it a shot if you haven't, and happy hunting. And again, don't go bombing and stylish bombing online when you have other players around you, because it will knock them away and it won't be a fun time.